Hello, everyone, here playing Farming Simulator 22, and welcome back to the Upper Mississippi River Valley. Since last episode, been busy picking up rocks. Lots and lots and lots of rocks, or stones, whatever you want to call them here in the game. Between episodes, went ahead and picked up this, however you say that, stone picker. Got field 44 finished here. Again, my plan is not to cultivate field 45. I'm just kind of curious to see what's going to happen with that field. I'm assuming if we don't cultivate it, we shouldn't get stones, right? Also got field, let's see, what was the number on that field here again? Our corn field was 43. Got that field plowed. Working on running a cultivator over that. And then, of course, as a result of that, we also have stones on that field, so we're running up there a minute. Finish cultivating and picking up stones. For the picking up the stones, by the way, I'm just using course play. Course play is running up and down the field. Course play does stop when it gets full. I haven't taken the time to see if there's a way to change that or not. So, like, course play will just keep on running. But, yeah, once course play is full, it stops, and you got to go unload the rocks from this thing. Which we had to do several times there on the last field. So, yeah, fun stuff, Evan. Fun stuff. Why in the world do I have rocks turned? I have no idea. I'm not sure. As I've said before, the way Giants has rocks designed here in this game is just absolutely absurd, if you ask me. Look at all the rocks out there. Just my preference of it, I'd much more prefer to, buy one of the other rock pickers. The style you typically would see a little more frequently, I would say. But the way the game is set up as far as the rocks goes, that just is not, really not feasible. I mean, let's face it, Evan. And then when I was picking up the rocks here between episodes, I was thinking about this too. Like, who is actually going to, let's actually just go to the shop here real quick. Go to the stone pickers, Evan. Oh, that's the one we own, isn't it? Okay, stone pickers. Like, who is actually going to buy one of these, Evan? Because, like, you buy this, are you literally going to go up and down the field? That's pretty much what you have to do with the rocks, Evan. You pretty much just have to go up and down. Like, whatever the width of that stone picker is, that's the width you're going to have to use pretty much. And what is this? Like, yeah, 2.4 meters. This one's what, 2? Oh, okay. It's actually not that much difference. 2 and 2.4. Yeah, this one just holds a fair amount more. That's probably a little bit nicer, I suppose. But, yeah, 2.4 meters, Evan. Like, you're not just going to go from rock pile to rock pile picking these up. That seems like that would be extremely inefficient. So, oh, well. Anyway, that's why we got that one, Evan. So, let's go up over to the John Deere here. We'll, I don't know. Actually, you could probably just maybe throw this on a hired worker. Have a hired worker finish this, maybe? I think I've got 2 headlands done. And maybe we'll finish up a 3rd headland here. A little bit of an odd-shaped field. And then we'll throw this on a hired worker or course play, something like that. And then I plan on going and start planting. We got a couple of fields of soybeans and corn to plant here, hopefully. Haven't fully decided what field I want to do what on here. I'm kind of thinking maybe 44 and 43 in corn and 45 in soybeans. I don't know. I've probably changed my opinion on that a few times. But at least for this episode of it, that's what I'm thinking we're going to do. I think I've mentioned that before, and I don't remember what conclusion I came to last time, but that's my conclusion here this time. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Although, speaking of not mattering, I was thumbing through the mods there over on the Farming Simulator mod hub, the official mod hub. And I noticed they have a crop rotation mod over there. I don't know if you folks watched and have tried that mod at all or not. I don't have it active in the game here at the moment yet, but I thought it sounded rather intriguing. Might be worth checking out at some point. So yeah, we'll have to see once. We'll have to see once. Like I said, I thought it sounded promising. And yeah, you folks in the comments, let me know. Like, if you've tried the mod and you think so too, maybe we'll have to throw that mod up on here and just give it a try. Or at the very least, maybe not on this map, and maybe when we go to another map, maybe on our next map we can look at it. Because again, I don't know about starting it here when we've already started this map here. I believe from what I've read about that crop rotation mod, you can get upwards of, I think it's a plus 15% yield bonus if you do your rotation correctly. And then, of course, Evan, if you don't do the rotation correctly, then it goes the other way too. So just you'll be aware of that. The rotation works both ways. So if you don't rotate your crops properly, you're going to lose yield. Okay, like I was saying, I think we're going to maybe throw this on a hired worker here. And I can maybe get the stone picker running here as well. Just got to make sure I change the setting on the stone picker. The last field I did, it did the inside portion first. If I have this one starting the headland first, that should be just fine. Technically, too, if I remember correctly, I think doesn't the stone picker like cultivate as well? So what I'm doing right here probably isn't completely necessary. Just run the stone picker across the field. That'll cultivate. I think it does anyway. Actually, you know, we can find that out real quick here in a minute. We got a plowed field up here. Let's just see what happens here. Yep, that does cultivate, Evan. So, by all rights, Evan, I could just, like, skip the cultivator there and, like, I don't know. I don't know about you folks. That just does not sit well with me as far as, like, the realism aspect goes. So, I'm like, no. We're going to cultivate the field properly. Then we'll pick up the stones. Okay, course play. So let's face it, I'm not picking up these stones. That's just, and we want to start on the headland. 6, that should be pretty good, I would think. Give ourselves a couple extra passes there for turning around. First waypoint. Nope, first waypoint. There we go. Drive the course. I'll just have to keep an eye on when he fills up. Probably won't take long here. I'm curious, how many you folks watching, like, do you actually play with stones turned on? Like, you have the stones turned on. And, like, how many people watching actually do? Like, just show of hands. You know, leave it down in the comments. I'd love to know, Evan, how many people actually play with stones. And if you do, like, play with the stones, I'm like, how do you play with it? Because, like, yeah, oh my goodness. I'm like, every time you work up your field here, you get more stones, right? So you almost have to pick up the stones every single time. There are so many stones, like, it's not practical, really, I don't think, at least in my opinion, Evan. It's not practical to use any of the other stone pickers. Now, yes, by the way, I am aware of one. On the mod hubs, there are some other stone pickers that are available that are larger. And, of course, larger, they're also probably a little bit more unrealistic because, yeah, let's face it here. This is probably about the biggest stone picker you're going to get. I'm curious how effective this particular tool is because, yeah, I don't know where you folks live. Typically, where I live, if you're picking up stones, you're going to need something like this because, yeah, this puny-looking thing I don't think is going to be picking up any of the stones. And when it comes to stones, too, I mean, for real life, like, farmers aren't, at least around me anyway, they're not wasting their time picking up these little dinky stones. Nah, not typically anyway. Some might be, but, yeah, usually you're not wasting your time on these stones. It's the, you know, bowling ball-sized ones that, yeah, you're going to go pick those up. Well, maybe a little bit smaller than that, but, yeah, you're picking up those stones typically, not these little things. So, yeah, when it comes to your bowling ball-sized stones, I'm like, how effective is this thing? Oh, well, anyway, we'll leave course play to that. I'm going to head over to field 44. So what do we say? Corn, and then soybeans on 45, huh? I guess it really doesn't matter. Oh, you know what? Actually, that reminds me, though. I should go pick up our... No, I don't want to set it. That's right. Wrong map. I should go pick up our conveyall here. Sure. We'll put the white truck on that. And the white truck's not actually like a white truck. Well, just the colors. It's a lizard truck. The lizard. Okay, down to the shop with you. Spawn area. Oh, and speaking of the conveyall, between episodes, I keep talking about it. I finally got it done here. I do have the conveyall that is supposed to hold lime. Well, hopefully it does anyway. It says it does. So I have the one that holds lime here this time around. So we can fill that up with seeds, fertilizer, and lime if we want to, which probably is going to be the idea, right? So anyway, we'll send him down to the shop to pick that up. Oh, and where is my planting tractor at? And the planter, for that matter. Is that actually over here? It might be. Okay, yep, the planter is over here. And then we just need to grab a tractor, which as far as tractors go, I mean, I guess the Fendt. Really don't have any other tractors per se. Oh, we got the other Fendt, I suppose. We got the John Deere pulling the cultivator. I think the big fence is on the plow yet. Yep, big fence. Well, not being used, but he's over there on the plow. Also, I'm pretty sure when I parked that truck with the header on it, I think was up here in between the planter and the combine. Appears like it's back there now, so yeah, well, whatever, I guess. Oh, we're standing on corn at the moment, huh? Thought I was going to maybe do the soybean field first. But we are in corn. Suppose we could do the corn first. Oh, and speaking of doing the corn first here, this reminds me, another piece of equipment that would be handy would be a spray trailer. Might have to look into that one. Anyone watching know of any good spray trailers? And the reason I say that is because this planter also takes liquid fertilizer, so I could potentially use that for this and, of course, the sprayers. Now, when it comes to sprayers, we should be putting fertilizer down to the planter here, so these fields probably won't need fertilizer. And this particular field probably will have weeds in it, so we'll have to do the herbicide. The other field will not, the one we're picking on stones at the moment, because we plowed that field, will not have weeds. Then, of course, field 45 is, field 45 is going to have some weeds, right, Evan? There's going to be some weeds on that field. Speaking of which, maybe for realism's sake, maybe I should spray some burn down on that one. Burn down, for those who don't know, typically is referring to when you go and just kill the field off. In this case, you got to feel the weeds. You go spray it to kill the weeds. And that's typically a good idea, probably usually a little bit before planting or even right after planting. You want to get those weeds dead before your crops start coming up. You don't want your crops competing with the weeds if you can help it. Okay, GPS. And 90 degrees. Yes, we are. And auto with that as well. With probably good. There we go. Oh, let's see. Do I want to turn down the fertilizer rate? I'm not even sure, actually. I can deactivate. Then, how do you change it? No idea. We'll just leave it on. We'll leave the automatic. See, it'd be kind of nice having, if I turn down the automatic application rate, if I could turn it down. Let's see, what's here should be good. Actually, let's, what was the key again? Automatic application rate. Oh, yeah, that's the comma key. It's going to go +5, huh? Okay, there we go. So we can do that. If we bump that up a little bit, let's maybe just go to 100, everyone. If we go to 100, and then maybe we can look at using some of the other equipment that's available to us as far as putting fertilizer down. It's the one reason I don't typically use that stuff, because if you're putting down fertilizer with a planter here, the fertilizer, or the planter, I'm sorry, should put down the amount you need, unless you change it, which is what we did in this case. We changed it, so it's putting down a manual set amount. So it's just putting down 100. And when it comes to corn, corn can go, I think, depending on the soil type, goes as high as the 220, as far as I know. So depending on what kind of ground we have on this, we might see that bump all the way up here. And yeah, at some point we can side dress our corn, or yeah, we'll see once. Something that I still think would be cool, Evan, with the precision farming mod, is if Giants gave the option, throughout the growing stages, you have to add more fertilizer. I think that would be a cool option. I don't know about you folks watching, but I always thought that'd be a cool option right there. Because that's typically what farmers do. You don't just put all your fertilizer on at the time of planting. Usually there's more fertilizer put on throughout the growing season, right? Particularly with corn, usually you're side dressing it somehow at some point, usually a lot of times. Or you're spraying, you're doing something with fertilizer typically, right? I don't know. Are there any farmers out there that put all their fertilizer on at the time of planting when it comes to corn? don't think that's really a thing, but somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that. Okay, and I seen the truck made it down to the shop, so let's head down there real quick a minute. Let's get that connected up to our conveyor. And we'll get that headed up here. Hopefully, it'll be nice to actually be able to use this here for a change. For those of you who have not used this particular piece of equipment before, this is just a modified version of the in-game one. The in-game one has 6 different, like, divided up 6 ways, I guess, right? So you can put 6 different types of product in this, or, you know, pick any number of, like, you're going to have 3 seed, 2 fertilizer, and, you know, so on and so forth. Wonder where that goes. Very curious. I might have to check that out later. I suspect it, mod hoster, huh? That's not a name see very much anymore when it comes to mods. Again, as I've said before, when it comes to mods, a lot of times I usually just get them straight from the official Farming Simulator mod hub. Giants mod hub actually has quite a few nice mods on it. Something I don't know about you folks, I kind of still find myself a little bit surprised in saying. Okay, back to, we'll probably just go to a field or something like that. Probably the easiest field. Oh, what's the one right across from us? 43? No, 44, right? Yeah, field 44 should get us pretty close. There are some farmyard waypoints, but I'm not sure how well the truck and stuff. Yeah, basically I don't think I dare send that into the farmyard. Most likely it would probably just get stuck. Speaking of get stuck, by the way, how are we looking over here? Oh, you are done. Oh, and by done, I mean you are full. Okay. Go find a spot to unload some rocks. Need like a nice gully back of the field. Somewhere where we can dump off some rocks here. Yeah, that looks like a good spot there. I gotta hope we own this here too, otherwise it's not gonna let us dump it. Okay, works for me. And then back to the last waypoint. Now, of course, play to continue on. Now, as far as I know, I think I have the mod, or at least I used to have the mod that let you just keep on going once you fill this up. But it doesn't seem like Courseplay wants to keep on going. So, and I haven't taken the time to look, see if there's any other options on that or not. Yeah, need over just a little bit more here. Let's see, planter still on yet? Perfect. Oh, running this Fent reminds me, for those of you who watch Brian's farming videos on YouTube, they just, I don't know, is upgrade the right word? They just upgraded their Fent with some LSWs. I don't know about you folks, I still kind of like the look of the duals myself. Yeah, that just looks bad. Not that the LSWs don't look good, yep. I think I'm going to have to pick the duals. I think they look better yet. If I remember correctly, I think there is an LSW option on this tractor, or if not, there is one out there that has LSW option for it. And for those of you not familiar with the the duals on the tractor like this one, these duals are designed specifically for row crop applications, so they can actually go right between the rows, so they're not actually like driving over anything. So again, your corn typically planted on 30-inch rows, and these tires are narrow enough that they should fit right down those rows. therefore minimizing the amount of crop you're driving over. Now, of course, if you're just planting that one, well, it doesn't probably super matter as long as you're not compacting it down very much. That's probably one of the advantages there of the LSW tires. Now, of course, compaction really is not a thing in the game, so you don't really have to worry about that. Wonder what LSWs do as far as crop destruction go in the game. I'd hate to think of one. If those tires are set up for crop destruction, oh my goodness, Evan, the amount of crop destruction you would have, because those tires are like wide. Like they are, I'm betting they're probably even wider than these duals, or if not, they're real close. Well, we almost made it all the way around the field here. I'll probably want to do like 2 headland passes, I'm thinking. Especially with this 24-row planter here. Give ourselves enough room to turn around. And yes, I've seen our conveyor is finally at the house here. Looks like we're doing pretty good on seed and fertilizer here at the moment, so we don't necessarily need to fill up yet. But when it comes time, we'll see if we can fill up that conveyor, and then hopefully from the conveyor, actually fill up the planter here. That's always the trick, right, Evan? Actually, speaking of trick, we cannot open the covers. That might be a potential problem there, Evan. A very potentially bad problem. Kind of hard to fill the planter when you can't, like, actually open the covers. Typically, anyway. Depends how the mod author has it set up. Sometimes you can fill right through the covers. Other times, like, no, you actually have to, like, open the covers for it to allow you to fill. Just enough, I don't know if I've seen that marker really change a whole lot. Maybe I missed it, but... Well, anyway, I want just a reminder here, by the way, if you haven't already clicked that subscribe button, don't forget to do so. Always very much appreciated. And, of course, once you are subscribed, make sure you turn on your notifications there as well. That way you get notified when the latest, greatest Upper Mississippi River Valley episode goes live. And then don't forget to give the video a thumbs up as well if you like the video. But only if you like the video. Anyway, let's head over to the comment section here. Let's see, Red Sox Vet was saying you should do voice work for The Simpsons. I don't know, should I take that as a compliment? Sure. Okay, I should do voice work for The Simpsons, huh? Panzer was saying, thank you, you just saved me 130 hours of trying to get my game back. Oh yes, I've talked about this before. One worth maybe mentioning real quick here again, for those who don't know, Farming Simulator has a save game backup feature. Don't ask me why they don't advertise it or make use of it, but it does have a really robust save game feature. So if you lose your save game, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, like, that's your own fault at that point if you lose your save game. Especially between if you have Steam and I'm not a console player, but as far as I know, someone correct me if I'm wrong, I think the consoles back up your save games as well, correct? So yeah, on the PC, and of course, Steam will usually back up your save game. Actually, you know what? I should probably do another headland, shouldn't I? This tractor has the turning radius of a football field here, everyone, so... There we go, got it. We'll see how the planter kind of contours. There we go. That was the word I was looking. Contours to the ground there, right? But yeah, anyway, for those of you, maybe something went wrong with your save game or who knows what, you need to get it back for some reason, just check my channel out of it. I've got a video on it. Just search for, Farming Simulator 22 save game, restore, backup, out. Yeah, whatever. Actually, what do I call it? Save game is gone. How to restore a deleted, missing, or corrupt save game. So there you go. For Farming Simulator 22. Also have one for 19. I think I got one for 17 as well. But same process. It hasn't changed, everyone. Killen was saying, if it wasn't for the fact that we can make lime with the rocks, I'd shut the rocks off too. They definitely overdid them. That is true. I'm aware of that, everyone. Yes, we could make lime with the rocks. I was debating about doing that, everyone. Obviously, I'm just dumping them in the field for now, everyone. Because, like, if we do lime, everyone, then I'm going to have to find some way of, like, transporting the rocks back to wherever we're going to make the lime at. So, we'll see once. But, yeah, so far I've not gone down that route. Hatcher was saying, a good video. I use the roller to get most of my rocks. That only works, I think, was it small rocks? I think that only works on the small rocks, if I remember correctly. That's something maybe we'll have to look into doing here as well. I don't know if that'll work this time at all, because I don't think we have any small rocks. I've seen what's maybe... Yeah, I don't know. See what's on some of the other fields, what we have. Hatcher was also saying, I never have rocks turned on, but buying a new field might have rocks showing. Do you remember where you found the Wilrich plow? The Wilrich plow. I do not remember where I found the Wilrich plow. No. So yeah, I'm not sure where that particular mod came from. As I've said before too many times, on some of the mods I have just came from the multiplayer servers, so... Some of the mods I end up with, like, where did that mod come from? I don't remember myself. It's like, oh, must have been from the multiplayer server then. Sean was saying, hey, great video as always. There's one thing you should change to make it better so that you stop complaining about the Fendt tractors and baler. Get rid of them. Wow. A genius there. Sean is a genius. So then I can stop complaining about the Fendt tractors. Just get rid of them and buy some John Deere tractors. I like Sean's idea here. Get rid of the fence, stop complaining, buy John Deere's. But come on now, what would I complain about? I mean, you can't complain about John Deere's. The John Deere's the perfect tractor, right, everyone? Oh, I have to see what we get for some comments on that one. Ethan was saying, I think Fendt right now kind of prides themselves on using fixed frame configurations. I know that's one of their biggest claims on their 1000 series is having a 500 plus horsepower tractor on a fixed frame. Yes, it is, Evan. That is kind of Fendt's claim to fame. It's fixed. I couldn't think of the name of it there last episode. These are fixed frame tractors, unlike the articulated type of tractors, right, Evan? But the fixed frame tractor here, your normal type of tractor here, 500 plus horsepower. I don't think any other tractor manufacturers that I know of anyway really come close to that. Both John Deere and K7 and their largest, like the John Deere 8R or the Case. Let's see what's here. It's what, 400? What is the Case one here again? I have to actually go look. It's actually right in the picture there. Case is Magnum. Case of Magnum goes up to, I believe, 400 horsepower as well. So you got the John Deere 8R up to 400 and the Case Magnum up to 400. And of course, they do boost a little bit higher than that, but still. These are actually like, what, 500 horsepower tractors. And whatever they boost to. Christopher was saying, good video, keep it up. Hey, thank you very much for that. Oh, probably should go check on that stone picker again, too. Also, the cultivator, I would think, would have to be close to being done here at this point. There we go. That should be pretty good for headlands. Probably still not enough room for this particular tractor to turn around of them, but well, we'll make it work. Maybe when we get a little bit more money, maybe we'll have to look at, like Sean was saying, get ourselves some better tractors, right? Okay, let's see how we're looking over. Oh, wrong way. I want to go this way. How are we looking over here? Ooh, that don't look quite right. Nope, that don't quite look right at all. Let's see if we can back you up here a minute. Oh, the courseplay actually, yeah, I think courseplay actually quit, didn't it? That collision detection, not so good yet, huh? Yeah. And go. Wait, what? Stop. What? Oh, come on now. Silly hired workers. Feels right there. Nope, just self. Send hired worker out for eye check. Okay, actually, you know what? Nope, wrong button. Last waypoint. Actually, well, let's do nearest waypoint. Actually, that should work. Yep, looks like that worked. Ooh, 68% full already. Like I was saying, he's not quite full. In fact, probably would have been full if he would have kept going, I'm guessing. Anyway, looking at the time of it, looks like it is time to wrap it up here for this episode. So on that note, you folks have any comments and or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, Evan, thanks for watching. Until next time.